Hey, hey, hey. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Good evening, good evening, my brothers and sisters, especially my brothers and sisters of Chicago. Good evening. How you guys doing this evening? Hope everybody is doing great. Good evening, everyone. Hope everybody is doing great. I'm here, your expert fitness trainer, Danny C. Slash we're going to talk about, well, this is where fitness meets politics. That's how we're going to say it. Where fitness meets politics. That's where we at. So your expert trainer, Daddy C of You Against You Fitness. Remember, you're the only one standing in your way. So we're going to do this as far as being healthy, and we're going to be educated. So we're going to be healthy and educated politically. So, yes, that's what we own. Educating Chicago, yes. So how everybody doing? So you know me, I'm just trying to talk about what's going on with this illegal crisis and how we're going bankrupt for this so-called crisis, and how our mayor is still trying to go against Trump and saying and doubling down, and our governor is doubling down how they're not going to work with Trump to get these people who came here illegally out. So if you're in Chicago, because we're a sanctuary city, I'm here to let you guys know what's going on, keep you up with the information of what's going on in Chicago, what's going on, period, about this migrant crisis. Okay? So now that everybody is in a big old, well, the liberals are trying to fearmonger people and get us to feel like we made a mistake for voting for Trump. No, we know exactly why we voted for Trump. We know that we want Trump in office. We know why we voted for Trump. So they're trying to make us have buyer's remorse. That's what they want to say. And fearmonger us with the everybody having to break down the media because Trump had said about he bringing the military in to deploy them and help with the deporting of the illegals, right? And we as Americans, that's what we voted for. We knew he campaigned on that. We knew exactly what we wanted, what we was getting. At least 80%, 70 to 80% said that they support mass deportation, and this is what they wanted. So Trump is just being a man of his word. What he campaigned on and told us what he was going to do. That's why we put him in office, because we knew that he was going to do everything he said he was going to do. So that's the thing right there. And so that's why, so now, because Trump is doing everything he promised the American people who voted for him, majority, he got 312 electoral college votes, and he won the popular vote. That's because, and the number one issue was immigration and economics. So yes, this is what the American citizens want. This is what the American people want. So with that being said, will Trump use the military to help in deporting these illegals, especially when we have the governors and the mayors of these sanctuary cities doubling down, saying that they're not going to work with Trump and letting him come in and get rid of these people who came over here illegally. So now we have to make sure that we assist Trump and let him know this, and let our governor, let our mayor know this is what we want, the citizens and the people of America. This is what we want. So I'm gonna show y'all and I'm gonna play you all. I'm just trying to give it a minute so I won't have to play this over with. Want to have a couple of people come in, and so you all can hear what Trump had to say about deploying the military and what these liberals are now fear mongering about in the media and on social media. All right. So let me see. Let's get to the video of what Trump's saying he's going to do. And I agree with him totally. All right, let's see. Can you all hear me? Everybody can hear me good. Hopefully this is you all can hear me. Okay. Let's see. So I'm going to show you all what Trump had to say about, let me let you all hear what Trump had to say about deploying the military. All right? And why these liberals so acting stupid.
And tonight, Trump is confirming reports that he would declare a national emergency and use the U.S. military to carry out his plans for mass deportation.
All right, Fox 5 Sharon Crowley joins us now with how it would work and who could be affected. Sharon.
Yeah, a lot of eyebrows being raised tonight about this. President-elect Trump's mass deportation threats concerning many immigration advocates. Fears amping up after Trump posted on Truth Social that he agreed with the idea of declaring a national emergency and using the military to deport illegal immigrants. Now, Trump said that he is prepared to declare a national emergency and will use military assets to reverse what he called the Biden invasion through mass deportation program. And a spokesperson for Trump's transition echoing that sentiment, saying that the president-elect will keep promises he made on the campaign trail with regards to securing the border and deporting illegal immigrants. Just a few minutes ago, I spoke with Republican Congresswoman Nicole Malliotakis, who represents Staten Island.
We know that thousands of crimes have been committed in our city by people who are in this country illegally that the Biden-Harris administration let in. And so it is important that we eliminate individuals who are criminals, gang members, drug traffickers, sex traffickers who have been wreaking havoc in our city and across the country. And so I support President Trump's desire to prioritize the removal of people in this country who are here illegally and committing crimes.
Well, Trump's promised policies of mass deportation are spreading fear among millions of undocumented people living in this country, whether it's new asylum seekers or dreamers who've been here for decades. The issue front and center here in New York City, the New York Immigration Coalition working feverishly to fight back against President-elect Trump's immigration policy.
It's unfortunate we continue to hear from President-elect Trump on his dangerous views around separating families across not just the city and the state, but across this country, and trying to utilize our military to do so, which has never been done before in modern history. I think in this moment, what we need to be focused on is actually delivering for all people who call this country home. And the number one issue across the exit polls that happened after Election Day was not that he had a mandate on mass deportation. He had a mandate to actually resolve the affordability crisis.
No, he didn't.
Well, multiple immigration advocacy groups are now threatening legal action to prevent mass deportation. New York City's Mayor Adams also opposes that President-elect Trump policy. And Stephen, Natasha, this is something that's developing by the hour. We'll have more for you at 10, but you can expect as it gets closer to January when he's sworn in, we'll have even more information.
Yeah. Indeed. All right, thanks, Sharon.
So you see what they're doing already. So because Trump is doing what he promised the American people that he was going to do. Now you hear what the gentleman said, that we didn't vote for mass deportation. We voted, no, we didn't. He just said that. No, the American citizens and Chicago citizens, this is what we voted for. Trump overwhelmingly the first thing he ran on and talked about was the immigration. And then when they did a poll, majority Democrats and Republicans said that they want a mass deportation. So now this is the new tactic of the media. They're trying to fearmonger you into saying, well, this ain't by him deploying the military, then this is with go against our constitutional right. You see, the gentleman just said they get lawyers for these illegals to in case he go against their rights and stuff. What rights do you have as when you came over here illegally? What rights do you have? So what about the rights of the who say we don't want these people here and we don't want our taxpayer money going to house them and give them free everything? What about our rights? So you got this man sitting up there saying that the American citizens didn't vote for that. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Overwhelmingly, we voted for that. That's why he got the popular vote. That's why he got 312 electoral college votes, because this is what we wanted. Now, listen to what our governor has said about what he's not going to allow. This is why we have an issue here in Illinois and in Chicago. This is what our governor has to say. And this is the problem. These people always have something to say when it's not affecting them. So let me go back to what our governor says. Are they thinking about the people? No. Okay, let me go back so we can see with this governor who don't care anything about what the people want.
In Little Village, there is a looming sense of uncertainty about. Just what President-elect Donald Trump will do with his deportation plans for undocumented people. But the thought of him using the military is raising alarm bells in many circles.
But imagine this on 26th Street or Michigan Avenue, tanks coming down our streets.
Listen to this.
This will be the new Tiananmen Square. The fact is, this is serious.
Trump has promised mass deportations many times on the campaign trail, most recently during his rally at Madison Square Garden before the election.
On day one, I will launch the largest deportation program in American history.
He campaigned on this. This is what we voted for.
About the legality of Trump's plans to use the military, Governor Pritzker says it would be uncalled for and possibly unconstitutional.
Look at this.
We, of course, are deeply concerned about, the President of the United States calling out military inside the United States.
No, we're not.
Where people are peaceful, even if there may be people who are undocumented.
Immigrant advocacy groups in Chicago and across the country are already gearing up for a fight.
See?
The Resurrection Project is reminding undocumented people about their rights, warning them not to open their doors if someone knocks without a warrant. It also has lawyers on standby.
Wait a minute. Reminding these people about their rights and also have lawyers on standby. Listen to what these people in Chicago, listen to what they're saying. They're reminding illegals about their rights and have lawyers for these illegals on standby. What about the American citizens? This is what I'm talking about, you all. This right here is what I'm saying. We have to get these people out of office. You're advocating more for people who came here illegally instead about, look at this. Listen to this again.
Where people are peaceful, even if there may be people who are undocumented.
Immigrant advocacy groups in Chicago and across the country are already gearing up for a fight. The Resurrection Project is reminding undocumented people about their rights, warning them not to open their doors if someone knocks without a warrant. It also has lawyers on standby.
I think we're going to rely on, making sure that
any kind of potential lawsuits that could be brought up against the administration for its misuse of and abuse of the military or the National Guard is ready.
One constitutional law expert says the president can, under the Insurrection Act, call out the military to suppress uprisings, but given the fact that the current immigration situation has been ongoing for decades, it hardly seems like an emergency.
Listen to
Watch breaking news on YouTube.
So, you see, this is what the people in Chicago, the groups, that's what I'm telling you all. They have groups to protect illegal aliens. And then where are the groups for the citizens? Where are the groups who are going to advocate for the citizens when you want to raise our taxes and when we have concerns? When the citizens say that we don't want a sanctuary city, where are the groups? Where are the lawyers who, for us, when we say we don't want, it's crazy, lawyers for illegal rights, but not for citizens getting homes right, stolen. That's what I'm saying. So listen to what these people are saying in Chicago. These people are saying that they're going to fight Trump. They're going to have lawyers on standby telling these people, don't open your door, don't do this, don't do that. Listen to True, we need deportation now. Trump ran on that. But these people want you to believe that this ain't what we want. And then talking about illegals and their rights. I broke down in the other video all the money that they're spending on illegals, free everything. We go down there to City Hall faithfully, advocating and telling them we do not want our money spent and on people who have not paid a dime in the system, all while taking our resources, all while we're being pushed out of our homes, out of our neighborhoods. We have more than 70,000, think about this, you all, 70,000 illegal aliens in Chicago alone. Where are these people at? We have more than 70,000 illegals in Chicago alone. Where are these people at, you all? You know where they at? They're in our neighborhood. And so you want to sit there, you want a liberal have the nerve to tell us. Now this lady who talking about that they had lawyers on standby. They get up. I bet you she don't even stay in the neighborhood. I bet you her neighborhood is not flooded with illegals. I bet you she don't have restaurants on every corner. I bet you that. But see, this is what these liberals do and these Democrats do. They sit up there and say, we are going to protect these people, their rights, all while the American citizens who we have a voice and we're being vocal about what we want, and they just undermine us. What about our rights? What about the people who are native here, who are born and raised here, who are legal here? What about what we want? You see what I'm saying? This is what I'm talking about. And long as we don't say nothing, long as we keep shutting up, long as we keep allowing this is what's going to be happening. I told y'all, when we go to City Hall, guess who's down there who's advocating for what? You have organizations like this are down there advocating for the financial assistance and what these illegal citizens want. You will see a bunch of illegal citizens sitting in the meetings, and these organizations are advocating and speaking on their behalf to make sure that ICE can't get none of their information, to make sure they have more resources, to make sure they get job fairs. These organizations are in your city council building and meetings where you don't even have time for, but these people do, and they're getting all the rights and you're not. What rights do you have illegally? Go to any country and you tell me what rights. If you go to a country illegally, tell me what rights do you have? The citizens that's native to that land. What rights do you have? This is where we at. This is Chicago. This is the Democratic Party. And then you people want us to keep voting. I'm going to go back. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. So I'm going to play another video about what Trump said and why these people are saying, and Pritzker said what he said. Pritzker have a lot of nerve. This dude he's a billionaire. He do not live where we live at. He's not going through what we're going through. His taxes is not going up, and they're not in his community. So I'm so tired of people putting these people into positions, and they don't do the research. They don't care, but the people who know what's going on are being affected. That's what I'm tired of. Now listen to what got these liberals in a bunch, and and then listen to what this man says that the American people didn't want. Listen to these. This is how this media try to spin things. This is what they do. That's why I said we need to just cancel all the media.
Trump is confirming reports that he would declare a national emergency and use the U.S. military to carry out his plans for mass deportation.
All right, Fox 5 Sharon Crowley joins us now with how it would work and who could be affected. Sharon.
Yeah, a lot of eyebrows being raised tonight about this. President-elect Trump's mass deportation threats concerning many immigration advocates. Fears amping up after Trump posted on Truth Social that he agreed with the idea of declaring a national emergency and using the military to deport illegal immigrants. Now, Trump said that he is prepared to declare a national emergency and will use military assets to reverse what he called the Biden invasion through mass deportation program. And a spokesperson for Trump's transition echoing that sentiment, saying that the president-elect will keep promises he made on the campaign trail with regards to securing the border and deporting illegal immigrants. Just a few minutes ago, I spoke with Republican Congresswoman Nicole Malliotakis, who represents Staten Island.
We know that thousands of crimes have been committed in our city by people who are in this country illegally that the Biden-Harris administration let in. And so it is important that we eliminate individuals who are criminals, gang members, drug traffickers, sex traffickers who have been wreaking havoc in our city and across the country. And so I support President Trump's desire to prioritize the removal of people in this country who are here illegally and committing crimes.
Well,
so those are, I guess I'm going to go finish this. We're going to break this down. So this is a Republican. These are their policies. You should not be here illegally. And why are you sanctuary cities harboring these criminals? What is such a problem for Trump to come in and definitely get the criminals? Because like she said, we know thousands of people, these illegals have committed thousands of crimes here, and many in Chicago alone. Since 2021, since they've been arriving here, the theft has went up, the crime has went up, and it's been shown that the ring of the crime with the illegals has gone up. The gangs that's what's that Trendy Agua, those gangs are here. You see it on the buildings. You see the signs now on the buildings where they tagging the buildings. So now you don't want him. You have a problem because he's saying that he's going to use our military, who's supposed to protect America and the citizens of America, that you got a problem with him using them because these sanctuary cities and things like that don't want to cooperate. And we have violent criminals here that the military might have to be involved in, because these are not. We just saw illegals taking over apartment buildings, taking over different things. So these are not people that's just going to just go away without a fight. In New York, you just had illegal who shot officers and said that he was given he was given orders to shoot the police by the Trendiago gang. So now y'all boo-hooing, whining, and crying because Trump is saying he's going to do everything he promised the American people that he was going to do, and he's going to do what he was elected to do, because this is one of the main reasons why we put him in office, because we know Trump is a man of his word. So let me just show y'all what the Republican Party is, the party of common sense. This is what this lady is saying. Yes, we should deport them. These people are committing crimes in our neighborhood. Now let's just listen to the Democrat Party. Let's look at their policies and what they advocate for. This is what I tell y'all. Y'all want to keep voting for these people. Let's just see this Democrat talk.
Well, Trump's promised policies of mass deportation are spreading fear among millions of undocumented people living in this country, whether it's new asylum seekers or dreamers who've been here for decades. The issue front and center here in New York City, the New York Immigration Coalition working feverishly to fight back against President-elect Trump's immigration policy.
It's unfortunate we continue to hear from President-elect Trump on his dangerous views around separating families across not just the city and the state, but across this country, and trying to utilize our military to do so, which has never been done before in modern history.
So see how they start trying to play on your heartstrings. This is what I'm telling you. This is what the media, but I got to break this down. This is what the media do. This is what these people do. They try to play on your heartstrings. Then, so you know what's best for you and your family, but this is what they do. He's going to separate families, women and kids. So now they spin it, and then you start having sympathy, but you know it's not working out for you and your community, because see, they not dealing with nothing that you're dealing with. They not dealing with. I guarantee this man is probably somewhere in a community that don't have this problem. So they want you to deal with this problem with criminals, got to worry about your family and your taxes and being put out your home because you can't afford it. But they want to pull on your heartstrings by telling you he's going to get rid of the families, the woman and the man. The woman and the child. That's a lie, because all I see over here around me is 18 to 24-year-old men. I don't see a lot of women women with kids. I see a bunch of men walking around, young guys, like from 18 to 24 to 30. That's what I see. So miss me with that. We know that it's more males that have came over here than women and children. But this is the thing they try to do to get you to feel like, oh my God, this and that. If you came over here illegally, then you shouldn't have came over here illegally. So yes, you and your child have to go back over there where you came from. That's it. If you break the law, then they gonna take you to jail. If you break the law, they gonna lock your butt up. And if you got a kid with you, if you break the law, let's just say you're an American citizen and you break the law and you have your kids with you, are they going to separate? What they going to do? They going to separate you and your kid. Your kid not going to jail with you. I don't care how much you whine and cry. Your kid can't go to jail with you. Your kid is going to be in a hottie home, and you're going to be, the DCFS going to come get your kids, and you're going to be locked up. Where's the outrage over that? This is an American citizen who over here legally. Y'all not crying that y'all separating this from her child? Oh, that's different though. The same thing. You broke the law to come over here. You broke the law to come over here. So if you got to be separated from your child, or if you got to go back with your child, it's just what it is. You don't get no special privilege, and we can't get no special privilege. No, we don't. You don't have the right. They don't give you the right to say, okay, I want my child to come with me. I don't want my child to go to the state. I want my child to come with me because I broke the law. I want my child to come to jail with me so I can make sure my child, with me. You don't have that option as American citizens, as a taxpayer citizen. But now you want us to feel sorry for a person who broke the law, and if you kid, then you got to go back over there with your kid. That's just the laws of our land that they make us follow. So you got to follow the same rules. That's ridiculous. But see, this is what these people do. And so now you feeling bad and you hurt. And then now in the very instance, your family is being misplaced. Y'all got to wake up. Let me let him finish talking.
Modern history. I think in this moment, what we need to be focused on is actually delivering for all people who call this country home. And the number one issue across the exit polls that happened after Election Day was not that he had a
So real quick, he said we need to be focused on delivering for these people. That's what we need to be focused on. American citizens, Chicago citizens can barely afford to pay their rent. They can barely afford to survive. Your kids getting gunned down. Everything is happening. And you said we need to be focused. This man had the nerve. This is a Democrat. This man had the nerve to come out his mouth and say, what we need to be focused on is is making sure they good. This is what this man is telling you to be focused on. Not be focused on your safety or your kids or what's going on with you and your family. We need to be focused on these people who came over here illegally and who getting free everything. This is who we need to be focused on. This is the Democrat Party policies and their agenda. This is what it is, y'all. If this lady would have got into office, this is what they do. They take care of everybody else and listen to everybody else besides the American citizens. So let me finish letting him talk.
Happened after Election Day was not that he had a mandate on mass deportation. He had a mandate to actually resolve the affordability crisis.
Well, multiple immigration advocacy groups are now threatening legal action to prevent mass deportation. New York City's Mayor Adams also opposes that President-elect Trump policy. And Stephen, Natasha, this is something that's developing by the hour. We'll have more for you at 10, but you can expect as it gets closer to January when he's sworn in, we'll have even more information.
So this is what they're doing. So they're calling themselves going to go against Trump through lawyers and things like that, just to protect these people. What about the lawyers? What about our rights? What about the American citizens' rights? Oh, you found out about Anton? Yes, I love Anton. Anton, you see what Anton be showing facts. I'm telling you all. No, we don't. We need to focus on American citizens first. Exactly. Stop trying to, and see, this is what the media is getting ready to do, y'all. This is how these people operate. They're going to spin this and watch. This is how they're going to spend it. They already putting it out there with the fear mongering because Trump meant what he said what he meant, and the American citizens want this. So Trump he's not even in office yet, but he's making steps to implement everything he said and we voted him to do. He promised us mass deportation, and before he get in office, he's implementing steps to do just exactly what he said, because this is what the American citizens want. So what this liberal media is doing, what these liberals are doing now, and they're doing it before he even started, because they see he getting ready to start it. Before he get in office, they're already starting with the fear mongering. They're already starting with putting on your heartstrings. Hey, remember, he's going to be taking away kids. How's it going to look with the military? How's it going to look with tanks rolling down the street? It looked just like it was when they invaded the border. It looked just like it was when you saw thousands of illegals rush the border and hurt most of those border guards. That's how it's going to look. You all wasn't saying nothing. The liberals wasn't saying nothing. The mainstream media wasn't saying nothing when the guards at the border were getting stumped over and pushed down while illegals were running them over, stampede them to come over into the country. They didn't show that. Anton showed that. Anton Daniels did, where he said they didn't show that. They didn't show you that. So it's going to look just like it looked What they did when they broke the law to get over here, they first of all, why they didn't go to jail for attacking a federal agent? Why they didn't go to jail for that? That should have been, they should have, when they did that, they should have been locked up and sent and deported right then and there. Because anytime you come over to the board and push the guards and stomp on them, they used to saw them. They was hitting them, beating on them and everything to get over here. It was shown. It was shown. Not that in mainstream media, but a lot of YouTubers who were showing you the receipts of what's going on. So that's how it's going to look. That's how the military going to look in the streets, getting them up out of here. Stop. See, y'all, we can't not fall for these tactics that these liberals use. But this is what we want. This is what we voted for. And this is what we should get. We deserve for our voices to be heard. Finally, we got somebody, a president. We have an administration who's listening to the people and trying to implement what the people want. Because the Biden and Harris didn't care about us. You see this goofy Mohawk bear ain't listening to the people or this governor. So finally, we have somebody who gonna implement what we really want, and then don't let them fear-monger you, and don't let them make you feel bad about the decisions you making for your country and for your communities. Don't do that. So that's what we don't need to focus. Yeah. So now let me let you hear, because that's what they get ready to start. From here on into January, this is what you're gonna be hearing. All the, oh my God, Trump is gonna do this. Oh my God, military. And how do you do? Yes, we want the military. If you liberal cities like Chicago and things like that, yeah, goofy Mohawk mayor. If you liberal cities like Chicago and things like that want to fight Trump on what he's doing, then yes, he needs to bring the military. Yes, he do. Because the citizens all for it. So this is, and then let's talk about this, right? Wait a minute, let's just say something. Let me just show y'all something too. And let me go back over here just a little bit before, because the people who just got in. Let me just play this again for you all. Real quick. Because you're going to hear your repressor say it.
There is a looming sense of uncertainty about what
President
Trump will do with his deportation. In Little Village, there is a looming sense of uncertainty about just what President-elect Donald Trump will do with his deportation plans for undocumented people. The thought of him using the military is raising alarm bells in many circles.
But imagine this, on 26th Street or Michigan Avenue, tanks coming down our streets.
Look at tanks. Yes.
This will be the new Tiananmen Square. The fact is, this is serious.
Trump has promised mass deportations many times on the campaign trail, most recently during his rally at Madison Square Garden before the election.
On day one, I will launch the largest deportation program in American history to get the criminals out.
But there are questions about the legality of Trump's plans to use the military. Governor Pritzker says it would be uncalled for and possibly unconstitutional.
We, of course, are deeply concerned about, the President of the United States calling out military inside the United States, where people are peaceful, even if there may be people who are undocumented.
Immigrant advocacy groups in Chicago and across the country are already gearing up for a fight. The Resurrection Project is reminding undocumented people about their rights, warning them not to open their doors if someone knocks without a warrant. It also has lawyers on standby.
I mean, I think we're going to rely on, making sure that any kind of potential lawsuits that could be brought up against the administration for its misuse of and abuse of the military or the National Guard is ready.
One constitutional law expert says the president can, under the Insurrection Act, call out the military to suppress uprisings. But given the fact that the current immigration situation has been ongoing for decades, it hardly seems like an emergency.
You see what I'm saying? For their rights. So they can come over here, sue our government, sue us, and then probably get paid on our tax money, get taxpayer money a payoff. This is what these liberals and Democrats that y'all wanted us to vote for, this is who they are. Now, This man said that Governor Pritzker said, what does that look like that Trump wants to send the military on citizens, on the regular citizens here? Well, guess what, Pritzker? Your Democrat Governor Kathy Hochul in New York just did that. She just did that some months ago. So see how these people, this is what they do, you all, the hypocrisy of the Democrat Party. Now, you just heard Pritzker say, what does it look like if you deploy the military on the citizens, like he's going to do it to us? He's not talking about doing it to the American, deploying it on the American citizens. He's talking about the illegals. Do not put us in with them. But Pritzker, you know who did deploy the military on U.S. citizens? Your people, your governor, your Democratic governor, Kathy Hochul. The governor in New York, you all remember a few months ago where she deployed the National Guards to the subway, New York subways? Remember she did that? Wasn't those American citizens that she sent the military on? Didn't she do that? Oh, I guess we forgot about that. Kathy Hochul just did that. Isn't she a Democrat? Then she used the military on American citizens. Remember when she told us that crime was down in New York? People from New York, I know y'all remember that. That just happened some months ago. Remember in New York, they said crime was down, yet and still she deployed the National Guards to the subway stations. So see, they think we stupid. They think we don't know no better. They throw out all this stuff. Pritzker, Trump didn't say nothing about using the military on U.S. citizens. He's talking about undocumented citizens, illegal, and that's fine with us. Because people like you saying that you're not going to allow him to come in and do his job, you're going to make it harder. So whatever Trump got to do, we love it. Whatever Trump got to do, he's using everything in his arsenal to keep his promise he made to the American people. Because guess what? Trump listened to the American citizens and not government. That's why we elected him. That's why he won the popular vote. That's why he mopped the floor with this lady. So stop it. Stop all the fear mongering. So now you hear the lady saying they're going to protest. You hear the lady say they're going to fight Trump with lawyers for illegals, for their rights. That's a slap in our face, y'all. That's a slap in our face. You said, as a fitness trainer, I'm surprised you are not more offended by governor's weight problem. He could definitely afford to deport a couple of pounds. No, I call him Porky Pig Pritzker, but right. I mean, it's ridiculous. I call him Porky Pig Pritzker, but it's just the nerve of these people, you all. The nerve of these people who not dealing with what we dealing with, or what I'm dealing with, or probably most likely if you're in Chicago, what you're dealing with, or if you're in any, because a lot of people have hit me up from Indiana. They're pouring over in Indiana. A lot of people hit me from the suburbs. They're pouring over there. They're going out, you all. So don't think it's just Chicago thing. It's going to be Illinois thing. I'm telling you, people are hitting me up saying, Danny, they in my neighborhood. They're getting little jobs here doing this stuff. They're saying that. So don't think it's just going to affect us in Chicago. Listen to what I just told you. We have about, and I want to say more, about 70,000 illegals here in Chicago alone. Think about that, you all. I just want y'all to think. Put 1,000 people together in a room. Put 1,000 people together in a room. Now put another 1,000. I'm in New York City, so I feel your pain. Yes. If you're in New York, so put another 1,000 people in the room. Now put another 1,000 people in one room, and another 1,000. That's only 4,000. Think about how much. Think about all the people that's in that room. Now imagine 70,000 and 70,000. Imagine that. That's been put here in Chicago. Where are these people at, you all? All 70,000. And you see they not going in certain neighborhoods, these white liberal neighborhoods who want to tell you, black citizens, to put them in your to be okay with them being in your neighborhood. It's always a liberal, and especially like the lady who was just on here saying we're gonna have resources and we're gonna supply them with lawyers. Who paying for these lawyers? So y'all just gonna pay for these lawyers for them too? This is what I'm talking about, you all. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Tell all the brothers to be careful, because it can easily be a bad episode for a brother in the streets. So yes, this is what we are going through in Chicago. This is what we're going through in the United States. They are boo-hoo, whining and crying because the Trump is serious about doing what the people voted him to do. He campaigned on it. He said he was going to do it, and he's going to do it. Prayer up for Chicago from Camden County, New Jersey. Oh, okay, from New Jersey. Yes, you all. So listen to this. This is how now CNN is trying to spin this. I keep telling y'all, the liberal media is going to start putting on your heart. And wait a minute, y'all. Okay, let me say something. Let me let you see this first, and then I'm gonna come back. Because this is our media. This is how our media is a joke. This is how they are a joke. Let's see. Because see, this is why I'm tired of these people. Okay, let's look.
Your phone might have hidden viruses. And
Look, I want y'all to see this.
Watching and listening to your every move. Here's how to get.
Do it. The military on American soil? Check.
Look at
The National
CNN
Emergency
doing.
Declaration? Also check.
It's a guardrail moment for America. There's nothing more sacred or more serious that you could ask an American service member to do than deploy opposite American civilians. And obviously, there's no General Milley there now to stop a deployment like this, so we'll find out if the Secretary of Defense is confirmed and how the senior leadership and the Joint Chiefs respond to it. But I think every American should be extremely cautious about anybody who says they want to deploy American troops on U.S. soil.
Number one, they're not being deployed against American citizens. They're being deployed against the illegal immigration population, which, by the way, I think most people would agree is a national emergency, a national security emergency. Number two, for years, we've been deploying the National Guard to the
wildfires.
To the border.
The wildfires.
No, to the border.
In small numbers.
To the,
this is a very different thing.
Many state.
You can't deploy them to.
You got to make your speech.
Is it a debate with you, or am I answering questions with the host? Because every time I come
Yes.
up, you want to sidetrack and take me into your talking points.
By all means.
No.
Have at it, my friend. You're the expert. Have at it.
No, I'm no expert. I'm just a concerned
You act like one. Have we or have we not?
Have you served in uniform?
I have served as a United States citizen and have read the
But I think
newspaper
in
where
this
we have
case,
sent.
I might have a bit of experience that you don't. I'm no expert.
Have you been to the
I
border?
have not been to the border.
Oh, so
I also haven't been deployed to the border.
Go ahead. By all means.
Regular military, is it? All right, guys.
So yes, that's my boy, Black Conservative Perspective. This is so, and I wanted to play it with CNN, but it was just so long with CNN. They had like a whole clip with it. So my boy, Black Conservative Perspective, kind of just played parts that I thought would be important. So this is what these people, now you see what he did, CNN. You see what they do. He clearly tried to put regular citizens with illegal citizens. This is what these people do. They're trying to fear-mongering you to think that if Trump say, I'm going to send the military, he going to send them on American citizens. American citizens, you should be scared. You should be, this is just, shouldn't happen. Come on, y'all. See what I'm talking about? And this gentleman who saying all this, he probably stay in a gated community. He probably don't deal with none of this stuff. So this is what these people are trying to do. So you all got to be extremely careful about with CNN and things like that, how these mainstream media are going to start talking about this going forward from now into going into January. This is what they're going to be doing. They're going to be doing a lot of fear mongering. They're going to be doing a lot of trying to mash American citizens with illegal citizens. They're going to be spewing a lot of misinformation and lies. So don't get caught up in it. Keep your eyes on what's going on. Your eyes are, like black conservatives. So keep your eyes on what's going on. Keep your eyes on what you want. What we want is a mass deportation. Yes, that's what we want. What we want in Chicago is a mass deportation. In $1 billion deficit, this mayor is trying to raise our taxes because now the 300 million was shot down. Now he's going to go back and propose 150 million to raise the property taxes. And now we still on his butt because don't know aldermen better not vote for to raise any property taxes in Chicago. So now you are not saying how you gonna keep. Now you see, listen, you all, you see what this mayor is doing. He proposed a $300 million property tax for the Chicago citizens because we're in $1 billion deficit. Now you sit up there, now all in the same breath of him saying that he would not let Trump come in and get rid of the illegal migrant crisis or the illegal migrants who came here, who we are papering them up. So that's a lot of our money has went to these people, and a lot of our money is still going to go to these people. So instead of him saying, okay, I gotta listen to my people who put me in office. I gotta listen to Chicago citizens. I gotta let Trump come in and get these people. So therefore, we don't have to keep funding these people, and that's gonna save the taxpayer money. And therefore, we won't have to go up on the taxpayer. That's what he can. That's what he can say. I would agree that most of Chicago citizens, that's what we would want. That makes sense. That's the way it should be. Okay, this is so I'm gonna allow Trump to come in. That's gonna alleviate a lot of the financial money, the finance that we're in debt. That's gonna alleviate that pressure, and we can save more money because we're not spending it on housing these people. We're not spending it on feeding them. They're not all of this. And therefore, it's going to save us money and we don't have to go up on the taxpayers. No, y'all, that's not what he's saying. That's not what he's saying. That's not what your mayor who you all put in office is saying. Your Democrat mayor. This is what your Democrat mayor is saying. Yeah, I know that the illegal migrant crisis has put a strain on our finances. Yeah, I know we're bankrupt because we really are. He's just not saying it. Yeah, I know we bankrupt, but instead of doing what's right for the citizens, I'm going to double down, keep these people here, and I'm going to propose that your taxes go up. Now, he was shot down for the 300 million. Now he's going to come back before December is over and propose another 150 million of a property tax hike. All in the same breath and saying he's not working with Trump to get rid of these people. And this is what Chicago keep voting for. This is what Chicago keep voting for. This is what you keep voting for. This is what you ask for. And then you're mad at people like me and people who got sense, who got enough sense to know that this ain't what we want. We just have to hold the fort down until January the 25th. Then Trump will take care of the rest. Yes, we do. We just got to hold the fort down to January 20 to 25. Yes, we do. Exactly. We just got to hold it down. But in the meantime, y'all need to wake up. I'm so serious. Like I said, this mayor is now proposing, he's going to try. I told you all, he's a liar. He trying to be slick. Because they shot this down, he's going to try to propose before December is over with. Now he's proposing 150 million. You all better call your aldermen right now. You all better start right now calling your aldermen and saying, you better not vote on any amount to raise our property taxes up. And you're not advocating for him to work with Trump to get these people up out of here. This is what you all better be telling your aldermen. You need to be calling. I don't care, the secretary or whatever, go on X, because most of these aldermen are on X. Please go on X and message them. Go on X and just make a post. Alderman, whoever your alderman is, at them. Alderman so-and-so. You better not vote on rate, not for a single dime of Brandon Johnson proposal to raise our property taxes. If you do, you will not have a job when it come up to re-election. What you better be voting on is for Johnson to work with ICE, work with Trump to get these people up out of here so we can save money. That's what you better be telling your aldermen. I'm serious, y'all. He just had a press conference this morning. Brandon Johnson just had a press conference this morning. And that's going to be his proposal after he was shot down, to propose this in December, the ending of December, really the whole December, because this is what they're discussing is the budget. So they have to discuss the budget and have the budget done for the next year, which is in January. So this is going to get really serious. So he's going to be pushing for things to occur. And like he said, he's still pushing for is property taxes, a hike in property taxes. It's like 300 million. He's asking for 150 million. Right now, you all, please call your aldermen and let them know. Don't do it. Don't do it, so-and-so, so-and-so. I'm watching you. I wish you will do it. I wish you would. I'm in your district. I put you in office. I'm telling you because you work for me. You advocate on the people who put you in. Whatever district you put in, you're advocating for what's the best interest of the people and what the people in that community and district put you in office. Whatever they asking you to do and go in front to advocate for them to do, that's your job. So that means if you all put me in, let's just say y'all put me as your alderman. And you all say, Danny, I need you to go down there and tell them that District 6 need more field houses. We need more money to go into these abandoned buildings because these abandoned buildings in our neighborhood is an eyesore. We need to build up our community. So this is what we need you to go and advocate for us to do in this since we put you in that position. Now, if I go in there and advocate for everything else besides what you all put me in that seat to do, if I speak for everything else besides what you all are asking me, if I vote for anything else that you all know that's detrimental to you, if you say, Danny, in no way, form, or fashion do you vote to raise our property taxes whenever that come up. Whenever that come up, you better not ever vote for that. If you all tell me that, I should be able to go up in there in that meeting when it's time to vote, and my vote should always be no. Because you all told me this is not what you don't want this, you want that, this and that. And the only thing I am is a voice for you all. It's one voice for all of you all. If you can't get that from me, then I need to be up out of there. That's how that goes, y'all. So you got to make sure you all got to understand what your rights are and understand that these people work for you. So no, in no way, form, or fashion are you to vote in any way yes to raise our property taxes. You can do it if you want to, but you won't be in that same seat coming when it's time election time again. This is how you got to talk to these people that you put in office that work for you. So I'm letting y'all know that this is what's going on. This is what we're going through in Chicago. This is what we're going through with these people. All these liberals got something to say, but none of them wanna let them go to your house. Put them in your yard, because I'm sure they got a big yard. Put them all in your yard. Build a nice little house, a little small little house. Let it house around 30 beds, and then put them in there. Let them go in your neighborhood. Then you won't have to worry about that. And then put a gate around your community with them. House them. Make a little. Get you let them build you a little house in your yard, and then let them house them, and then you put a gate around it so Trump can't get in there and get them. That's what you do. But as for us in our neighborhood, we don't want it. But see, those people would never do that. They want you to do it. They want your taxes to go up. They want you to pay for them. They want you to put them in their neighborhood and then make you feel bad because you don't want to keep going through this. You don't want to have them in your neighborhood. You don't want your taxes going up. You don't want to have to pay for these people. You don't want them on every corner selling everything while your property tax is going down. You don't want to be displaced out of your home and they moving in organizations like this lady they're getting funds for them to move into your home when you lose it. Because you working paycheck to paycheck. Y'all, we gotta wake up. We gotta wake up. At some point, we gotta wake up. All right? So that's what I came on here to tell you all. That's what I came over here to show you all. And you gotta look at, remember I told you, we look at who's advocating for what. That's how I make my decisions on who I'm gonna vote for, who I want to be in office. I educate myself on their policies. What are they advocating for? Who are they advocating for? What laws are they pushing? And is it benefiting me and my community or the American people? And I just showed you all that most of these, you heard out these people's mouth, most of the Democrats, what they say is they're for this. Leave them alone. They're funding them free lawyers. They're funding them free protection. They're organizing around now to sue Trump because if he violate any rights and all that. The illegal shouldn't have rights. But see, this is what the Democrat policies are. They're for everybody besides you. And that should have showed you when she allowed, and the Biden and Harris administration allowed all these millions of people to come to our country illegally. That showed, and then paper them up, and then put them in small neighborhoods, and in small communities, 20,000 to one community. In Ohio, you got 50,000 in that one community, and you mean to tell me you're gonna put 20 illegals in that one community of 50,000, and you expect it not to be turmoil and things like that and chaos? Of course you want it to be chaos. This is what the party do. This is the Democrat Party policies and agenda. It's not for Americans. It's not for America. If you see what I showed y'all, all them Democrats are advocating for illegals. Now, they can care less that 80% of America voted for Trump and the number one issue was immigration. And we all said we want him, and we support a mass deportation. The people have spoken. But do the Democratic Party listen? No, because they don't care about what we want as Americans. They only care about what they want what their agenda is and to get it implemented and to push it. Whether you like it as an American or not, they don't care about you. Only thing they care about is their agenda, is pushing their agenda and staying in power. They do not care about, and that's why Trump won in a landslide like he did, because he listened to the people. And now they have not learned, so they're going to keep, the Democrat Party have not learned, because if you see, they're still doing it. So that's what I'm saying. You have to look at policies and who's pushing them. And if that don't align with what you believe, what you want, then you got to say, hey, that's not the party for me. No, like I said, I don't align with illegal immigration, illegals, and especially all of them like that. I don't care about legal citizens coming over here, people that come over here legally. We never had a problem with them. It was some of my neighbors. I don't have a problem with them when you come over here legally, because now you've been vetted. You're getting, you learning our culture. You learning how America operate. You are not a criminal. They're making sure that you can contribute to this, to America. So you don't have a problem with that. I don't think nobody would. But when you allow millions of people to come over unvetted, we know criminals and all that, put them in our city and take our money and resources on top of that, you done lost your mind now. Can't happen. So look at policies. Look at who's pushing that. All these Democrats are pushing for these illegals to be here and for these illegals not to be deported, because that's what their agenda was in the first place. That's what they want. All these, the Democrat Party, they're advocating, they want gay rights. That's their policies. That's what they're pushing for. They want to be able to have men and women's sports. Men to come in women's bathroom. If you go look at the Congress their meetings in the congress.gov and go to their meetings and look, you're going to see what the Democrats are advocating for and pushing for and what the Republicans are. No, I don't align with none of them. And that's none of their policies, the Democrats. That's why I did not vote for them, and I will not vote for them going forward. If it's not Republican, hopefully it's independent. If it's not that, then I'll never go back to the Democrat Party. Like I told y'all, they need to sit. They're learning how to assimilate into our culture when they comes here legally. Right. When they come here legally, they gotta learn English. They gotta take English classes. And they got to do things like that. So you don't mind, because now they're assimilating to what our culture is. These people are bringing their culture over to you over here. How in the world are you going to bring in your culture and where you at? Y'all can sell anything. I went over there when we went to Cabo, Mexico and all that. They can you will see one vendor on one street. The street, it'll be like 10 vendors on one street in the sidewalk selling everything. They everywhere selling with tents and stuff, selling everything. That's your culture. You don't come over here in our neighborhood and set up tents and selling food and selling merchandise on our streets in front of our house, on the corner of our houses. That's not our culture. That's not what you do in the neighborhood. So you're not going to bring your culture to our neighborhood, and we can't even do it. We can't make money like that. No, if that's what you want to do, then you stay over there where you can do it at. Stay over there where you came from, if that's what you want to do. If that's your culture and you love your culture so much, go over there. Stay over there where the culture is accepted. But you're not going to come in our neighborhood and set up everything and make it look like where you just came from. No. And we do not feel bad for not accepting that, you all. We accept too much, and that's why they're steady getting ahead. And that's why you see when you go to a neighborhood that used to be predominantly black, or whatever neighborhood where the Jews don't allow and all that, we the only ones that allow the black, that's predominantly black. And now you go look at it a year or two later, it's not black no more. It's every ethnic group except for you. Because we shut up and we allow them to shut us up. Because we vote blue no matter who. All right, so I just wanted to come and show you all that what's going on. Brandon Johnson did a press conference this morning. Go look at it because this Negro still ain't learned nothing. Listen to what that man is saying. He still haven't learned anything. Knowing that we don't have no money, he's still talking stupid. So this is crazy. They trying to replace us. Thanks for the live stream and updates. You're welcome. You're welcome. So listen, you all, we got to do a better job of, we got to start sharing things. If you in Chicago, share things that you see that you know that the people need to know. Share that. If you in New York, any place, just share it because people need to wake up and see what's going on. Because I'm getting to the point, you all, listen, and this is what's going on. People who really don't have to deal with this, they, you know, we dealing with it because I didn't vote this way. I don't vote this way. I can just sell my house, sell what I got, me and my husband. We can take our money and move to a better state, a red state, because I never moved to another liberal state or city again. We can move to another state that believe and like we believe, and we can go there, live there, buy a house there, and live there, and don't have to worry about none of the stuff that we worrying about now. We don't have to worry about them letting illegals in here. We ain't got to worry about them papering the illegals up, giving them free everything. We're going to have to worry about the taxpayer, them not listening to the taxpayer because they are displacing us, going up on our taxes. We can really do that. Most of us, me, Zoe, Miss Jackson, Taiwan, most people who are dealing with this, you all, we really can just walk away and don't care, and it really wouldn't affect us. We can say, okay, y'all stuck on stupid, y'all want to be stupid, we're gonna let y'all be stupid, and y'all deal with it. We really could do that because a lot of us can do it. So why are we fighting so hard to wake you all up? Why are we doing this? It has because we have to care. We care. That's what it is. It's not fair. We see the injustice. We see what's happening, and we saying, no, we ain't gonna let y'all do that to our communities. We are not gonna let you do that to the black people who vote for you all, blue no matter who, and we know that they are voting and to their demise and they're voting against their interests. And we can just be like, because we taking all the bullets. We the ones taking all the bullets. We really don't have to do this. We really don't. We really could just go in and just say, hey, I know a lot of my clients who have moved to Dallas and she loved it. A couple of them moved there and loved it. They ain't got to pay this high taxes. They ain't got to worry about all these people that the governor gonna paper up. They ain't got to worry about none of that. I know some people that move to Florida. I know people that move different places who have, and they're around like-minded people. And so they don't have to worry about their people voting an idiot in as a governor or an idiot in as a mayor. They're going to vet them people. They're going to know, do whatever whoever they put in, they're going to make sure it aligns with what they believe. And then they're going to be educated when they vote. So we can really just go to a place, leave all this, but sell everything, take our money, pack our bags, and get up out of here and let y'all deal with y'all decisions, the decisions and the consequences of your vote. But no, we're standing in the front line trying to wake y'all up. And it's frustrating, it really is. But hey, this is what's happening. So, most people are moving to Tennessee. Yeah, Tennessee. Yes. Yup. So most people they're leaving. They packing their bags. They can care less and saying, see y'all. All right, Chicago, keep being stupid. All right, black community, keep voting blue no matter who at 90%. And we about to get up out of here. And then look back and they in Tennessee, like you said, in Texas, Dallas, and they looking on the news at y'all in Chicago like, That's why I moved. These people so stupid. That's why, because there's a lot of people that keep saying, I'm so glad I moved from there. I left 3 years ago. I left 5 years ago. I left this and that. They typing that. So we can do it. We can be that way. We really could. So this is just where we at. All right. I love you all. So I just came on here to let you all know what's going on. Make sure you watch that press conference with Brandon Johnson this morning, because he's an idiot and he's still talking crazy. And you need to let your aldermen know that they bet not vote on what he's proposing, especially to raise your taxes. All right? Make sure you all call your aldermen and let them know that. Because when they had a pressure on them from you all, then they're gonna be thinking about their seats. They'll be like, oh my God, we know this is a one-term mayor. We know he's an idiot. He's about to be out of here. But I want to keep my position, and I know that my citizens are watching, the people who put me in office. So if I vote this way, I won't have a job. See, when you start holding them accountable, they're gonna be thinking, and they're gonna make sure they do what you ask them to do. So that's all. We gotta be. This is a critical moment in Chicago, you all, and we have to stand on business because we need our resources back. We need to get illegals out of here who are taking all our resources and bankrupting the city. Because if we allow them to bankrupt the city, we're gonna be just like Detroit was. And y'all remember they are starting to back to build Detroit. But y'all remember how Detroit was. I don't know if y'all remember, but Detroit and have Gary, Indiana. That's what we're gonna be at, you all. We better wake up. So you ain't gonna have nothing to lead to your kids. Illegal's gonna be in your home. All right, you all. I love you all. And make sure, like I said, always remember what I say. Always, always, always. I love you all. Put God first in your life. Make sure you're saved. Always ask God, always repent for your sins. Ask God to forgive you. Mean it. Make sure you got it. This is so important. And these last days we in, y'all gotta make sure your relationship with Christ is on point. So repent. Ask God to come into your heart. Tell Jesus that you believe he's the Son of God, that he rose for your sins. That you believe he's the Savior. Ask him to give you all of him and take all of you. And tell him that you mean this, you want to live for him and you want to be saved. When you die, you want to go to heaven. And that's what you do, you all. That's it. Confess that he is the Christ and he's your Lord and Savior. And repent. That's it, you all. And get saved. I love you all. Peace. Yes. Coach Lamont. Yes. Peace. I love you all. Stay safe. Stay vigilant. And make sure if you understand what's going on, if you Chicago, please make sure that you stay aware of what's going on in Chicago and everything that these people are trying to implement. All right? I love you all. Take care.